When I first got into board gaming, I did tons of research trying to find every conceivable game that I'd ever be interested in. I eventually got everything that I was looking for, except there was this one product that just constantly eluded me, and it was these stupid little pyramid thingies here. Previously, they had been known as IceDice or Treehouse Dice, and I guess like they've been around for like 20 plus years, but I just could never find them at the places that I normally buy games from. Well, very recently, there was a brand new release of IceDice, which is these little pyramids, and I was ecstatic. It's like I finally get to get a hold of these things, and it's weird because I knew straight off the bat that any of the types of games that would be offered by these would be entirely abstract games, and I am not a fan of abstract games whatsoever. But the fact that the abstract pieces being used are these wonderful little plastic translucent pieces, I just had to have them. So let's have a look at what's offered in this bag. Here's what you get with IceDice. First, you get the bag that everything comes in. Then you get the rules for the two games, IceDice and the bonus game, Launchpad 23. You also get the board for the bonus game. You get some dice and a little product catalog that shows you how you can use these pyramids for other purposes. And finally, you get all these fun little pyramids. Just to explain some of the terminology, a set of 5 different colors of pyramids is called a stash. And so this game comes with 2 stashes of pyramids. The other term I want to explain is that one set of sizes of one color is called a monochrome trio. In the title game, IceDice, what you're doing is you're playing a really basic push your luck game where you're trying to get 3 monochrome trios. And you do this by rolling these dice. So on player 1's turn, I'll have them roll. And what this tells you is I have to pick a red pyramid, and it has to be a size large. And so I put that into the middle of the table. Now at this point, I can decide if I want to take my winnings and bring it back to my stash, or I can try to roll again and get more stuff. The only problem is if I roll any of the colors that are already in the center of the table, then I will lose everything. So I'll have them roll again. Oop, got a red. It goes back. So player 2 is going to roll. Red 2. That goes center of the table. Of course, we're going to push our luck at this point. So now I got a green and an option. I can either do a large pyramid or a small pyramid. And so I'll choose a green large. Gonna push my luck one more time. And I get a blue medium. That's good enough for now, so we'll just put that onto player 2's side, and now it's player 1's turn. Beyond that, there's only 2 other rules that I really want to point out. Let's say during the game it was player 2's turn, and they had rolled a red small, and they see that there's no red smalls in the bank. At this point, they're able to pull it from their opponent and put that into the center of the board. Now, play keeps continuing as normal, where you can either push your luck or take your winnings, but if you happen to roll the same color at this point, this piece that you stole from your opponent goes back to the bank. The other fun rule of this game is, let's say it was player 1's turn, and they rolled a yellow medium. They take the medium, and now they have all 5 colors. And so as a result, they get to claim all 5 of these pieces, and they can continue rolling as normal. And finally, once a player has captured 3 sets of 3 sizes, they win. The bonus game that comes with IceDice is Launchpad 23. Now, the object of the game is you're building your own little rocket ships, and the way that a rocket ship is complete is if you can build 5 pyramids of the same size but different colors on each of your individual launch pads. Like this is player 1's launch pad, this is player 2's launch pad. The way this works is you roll your dice, and this tells you what you can put into the center square. So this says a black large. I then have a base 2 moves in order to move this pyramid anywhere I want. So like I could go 1, 2, and now I'm part way to completing my goal. Now, normally you only have 2 moves, but if you end up rolling a die that has 2 pyramids on it, that gives you 1 bonus move.
And if you roll this symbol, which is like a wild card, you also get a bonus move. So it's possible, if you roll this, to have 4 moves at your disposal. So the game moves back and forth between the 2 players. So player 2 is going to roll, and they're putting out a black medium. Same thing, they have 2 moves, and so obviously that's going to go in there. Player 1, they get to put out a blue and their choice of a small or a medium. So he's going to go small blue, and to be a jerk, he's going to use his moves to pop it into his opponent's launch pad. And so the game is this big back and forth of taking stuff that you want, trying to screw with your opponents, until finally you have exactly 5 of the same shape but 5 different colors in your launch pad so that it can launch it into space.
So of the 2 games that came in this, I definitely like IceDice the best. It's very reminiscent to me of, I previously reviewed a game called Martian Dice, and it has that exact same vibe to it. It's very push or luck, very simple. You can introduce this to anyone, and virtually anyone will have fun with it. I mean, the only downside to this particular version is it's strictly a 2-player affair, but I've played numerous games with my girlfriend, and we definitely enjoyed it. Now, the whole reason I really wanted to get a hold of these pyramids is because it's not just the games that came in this package. There are literally hundreds and hundreds of games using these pyramids that are freely available. They're linked to from Looney Labs' site, www.looneylabs.com, and once you get a hold of at least 2 stashes of these, you will have just a world of entertainment. I've tried so many of these games so far. Some of them weren't the greatest, but some of them are real winners. And the only problem is some of the games that I do want to play require more stashes. And so that's what my only listed con for getting these pyramids is I want more. So pretty soon I'll be buying myself 3 more stashes so that I can play some of the more complex and apparently some of the more popular games. Zendo, here I come. Anyways, yeah, it's a delightful package, is all I have to say. And there's something intrinsically fun about stacking these pyramids. I can't explain it. Just stacking a pyramid on top of another pyramid tells my brain, fun. Don't know why.